Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspur, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan, bringing you a preview and everything else you need to know for the Tottenham v Burnley game tomorrow, kicking off at 2 o'clock. I absolutely can't wait for this. And here with us today, we have Marcelo and Charlie. But before we ask them how they are, make sure you smash a like on the video and make sure you smash a subscribe on the channel. We'll ask you first, how are you keeping, Marcelo?
I'm doing good, man. Can't wait for the game tomorrow. Can't wait to watch it alongside my main man at the Matt Hayes Watch Along. Come on, be there, boys, by the way.
100%. And Charlie, how are you keeping?
Yeah, good, David. As always, thanks for having me on your channel. Always enjoy these streams. Done a couple with you in the last few days. Really enjoyed the one last night as well. But yeah, thanks for having me on as always. And this should be an interesting preview, to say the least.
Yeah, no, it should be fun. It should be fun. Let's welcome a few people out of the Harris Army to the stream first, and then we'll get straight into it. I'll tell you everything you need to know, where you can watch the game and everything. So let's welcome That's Tottenham, Lily White Lane. We have the BG. We have TFC Fan Bible. We have ATX7 Game and Dtrex Kane. We have Mansa. We have Island Life. We have Kai Balak. And yeah, the THFC Fan Bible. Big up everybody there out of the Harris Army who's tuned in, ready and waiting for us to go. So look, I've already said kickoff is at 2 p.m. tomorrow. You can also watch the game on Sky Sports, but you know, we all know we're sick of them pundits. So the best place to watch the game is over on the Matty Hayes Watch Along, where we'll be kicking off at about 12:45, which is 1:45 for the Burnley game. And your host, Marcelo, with me beside him, you know, keeping everybody entertained and everybody going. And, of course, we are at home. Now, I have a few stats for you about the game. So we have won 5 of the last 6 home games versus Burnley, scoring 16 goals and only conceding 3. Burnley have won 4 of their last 6 games in London, beating Palace and Arsenal in the process. Of course, we are 9th in the league. We've played 24 games with only 10 wins, 6 draws, 8 losses, picking up 36 points. And Burnley are 15th in the league with 25 games played, only winning 7, drawing 7, losing 11 with only 28 points. So look, you know, if Burnley beat us, they're only going to be a couple of points behind us. So, you know, and they're down in 15th. So we really do need the victory tomorrow, don't we, Marcelo?
Yeah, look, listen, a victory is a must tomorrow. You know, for the league form, yeah, also for a little bit of pride. You know, you can't be having none of that, man. Come on, we gotta go out there and smash these guys. We can't be losing to Burnley at home. Come on now, let's be real here. We got good enough players. The players should know that. The players should know. As long as we show up, we beat Burnley. I'm confident on that.
Yeah, I am as well. Are you confident about tomorrow's game, Charlie?
Yeah, I do believe that we can get a win in this game because, as I said, I think, look, we've been in absolute crisis lately. And I think Burnley's the type of team, as long as we can get an early goal in this game, they're the type of team which could give us confidence to get goals. I think it's very important that we put in a good, convincing performance tomorrow, win like, I don't know, 2 or 3-0. And more importantly, of course, get the win on the board because we really desperately need a win to just sort of give us any hope of getting back into a top 4 race. And not just this game, the next 3 games, we got Burnley, Fulham and Palace. These 3 games are season-defining games. I think if we don't take 9 points, then I think I would just be speechless, to be honest, because it's no excuses. It's really not. We have to be winning these next 3 games. And it's very important for Mourinho's future. We've heard all the rumours from the Telegraph, from Matt Law saying he has like 12 days to determine whether he will be at Tottenham next season. And apparently we might start talking to the likes of Nagelsmann and everything if he doesn't get 9 points in these games. So it's so important for everyone at the club to build confidence and just get 9 points. And look, starting off with Burnley, you know what we're going to get with Burnley. Standard 4-4-2, Sean Dyche, typical style. Going to try and make it difficult for us, trying to frustrate us. But as I said, as I started talking, if we do get an early goal, then I think it could really help us because it will force them to open up. And you saw what an early goal does against Burnley last season when we beat them 5-0 at the Lane. We scored I believe, inside 5 minutes, and then we went on to win 5-0. So it's so important you get early goals against teams like Burnley. And we saw what happens, how difficult it can be, because we saw earlier on in the season at Turf Moor, we scraped scraped that game 1-0, and I didn't think we were very convincing at all in that game. So I just want to see us play a lot better in this game and hopefully come away with a convincing win, because it's important. Because I think if you scrape like a 1-0, yeah, it's obviously the most important thing is to win, but I'm not sure how much that actually does for like us as in terms of confidence and stuff. I think we need a convincing win in this game, and I'm hoping we can get it. And I think, look, we have to turn it around. We really do. I think if we don't beat Burnley tomorrow, I think we're in big trouble. Big crisis trouble, more than we already were, and we're already in big trouble. So yeah, I think obviously that we know what Burnley are like with set pieces. I really do worry about that aspect of their game, because although recently we have got a bit better at set pieces, it's just other mistakes that are just happening every single game. But apparently they've got a few injuries as well. The likes of Wood, I believe, could be out. Barnes as well.
Yeah, I'll get into all the injuries on that now in a few minutes.
But yeah, look, it could be a tricky game, but I fully expect us to come out with this and hopefully regain a bit of form and confidence.
Yeah, no, look, to be honest with you, I actually think I'm going to sit here with I'm going to say this with my chest today. I genuinely think tomorrow is the start of a turnaround, and I think we're going to go through a glorious little period now. I really do. I think tomorrow is the start of a wonderful period of games, fixtures, goals, wins under the belt. I really do think it's a sign of things to come. I really do, and I'm going to say that with my chest. I think everyone can wake up tomorrow in a good mood and just remember what I said here today. We have a super chat here from Wayne Bonner. Big up, Wayne. And by the way, everyone else, don't be afraid to get your super chats in. Like I said, it guarantees to get your comment read out, and it really helps take Irish Hotspur to the next level. And I have a couple of things I'm going to share with you at the end as well, on how much more of a professional look this channel is going to take. But we have Wayne Bonner here. Going to be a good game tomorrow. Starting 11 will be interesting. We have to hit them fast and hard for the entire match. Come on, you Spurs. Wayne, yeah, no, look, 100%. We will be doing a predicted lineup a bit later on the stream, so make sure you stay tuned. But Marcelo, he says here, we have to hit them fast and hard for the entire match. What would you say to that?
I'll say we just have to get the win. Listen, Charlie's talking about convincing win, bro. I'm talking about winning. You know what we need to do? I'm looking at our last couple of games, and I see L, W, D, like L and stuff like that. W, right? I see a mixture of that. We need to start getting W's, bro. I need to start seeing W's only. You know what I mean?
None of this.
I don't like this. This is the issue with this fan base. Everybody's saying, "Oh, but we gotta win playing beautiful, attracting football. We gotta be dominant." No. Go out there and get the win, no matter what. If it means even parking the bus against Burnley, I'll take it, bro. I don't care. I just want to start seeing wins. And this is one thing I will criticize Jose. I think he's let the guys. The Hotspur ways, guys. You know who I'm talking about. The people who likes to play the Hotspurs way. Yeah, he's letting those guys get to him. The way
that only gives us one Worthington Cup. That way that people keep talking about.
Yeah, he's letting those guys get to him, and he needs to stick with his philosophy, play his football, play his style, and win games. All right, it doesn't matter if it's pretty, doesn't matter if it looks good. I want to win games. I'm sick and tired of losing, and I want to win trophies. So that's how we should approach the game. But yeah, I do gotta agree. We gotta hit them fast. We gotta hit them hard. And I think the most important thing was for the entire match. That's the thing. We gotta stay locked on the entire match, because we start off strong. We have these periods where we actually look really good, but it's either too little or too late when we do it. So I'm sick of it. So it was a good comment. Good job.
I hope that answers your question now, Wayne, and big yourself up for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. And we have a comment here for you. You can address this one from Deck W. Can we loan Marcelo to Arsenal and get DT off AFTV? Actually, I'll answer this first. No, look, for me, Marcelo is 10 times better than DT.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, for me, I would never do that loan. That's something I would never do. But Marcelo, what do you want to say?
No comment. I don't even know what to say to that, bro. I guess... No. I was gonna say, maybe they'll pay me pretty well. I heard those guys from AFTV actually, do pretty decent. But nah, I'd rather die than wear an Arsenal shirt.
100%. You can never. Kieran O'Connor sticking up for you. He says that's disrespectful. I know it's a joke, but even so, that's harsh. You know, and I just want to say, first of all, this guy Kieran, he's coming in. He's going to do a lot of the new graphics for me on my channel. You know what I mean? And he's off to do it. You know, basically just to help me out. So big up this guy, absolute gentleman, absolute legend, and he's going to help take it more of a professional route. So big yourself up, and thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. But lads, look, let's get back in. So a bit of team news for you. Basically, you know, Aurier is expected to be available tomorrow. Whether we'll see him start now, I'm not sure. Lo Celso is out, and you know, but he has returned to training, but he's not expected to be in the match day squad tomorrow for Tottenham. So look, you know, Charlie, we'll go to you first. So look, Aurier's expected to be available, which for me would be a big boost, because you know he's 10 times better than Doherty, and I never thought I'd be calling Aurier better than anybody, and that's the solid truth of it. You know what I mean? And then obviously the Celso was out, but he's back in training, which is a good thing. What do you make of the team news? The fact that we have more or less fully fit squad to pick from.
It's obviously very good for us, because I think that's part of the reason why we've been falling apart so badly lately, is because we've had these injuries. We've had Reguilon out, who's back now. We've had Aurier out. We've had injuries, and I think that's what it shouldn't look. What I will say, the way it affected us is unacceptable, but obviously it's going to have some kind of effect. It should never be to the extent that it had on us, but it is. So if while we're getting these players back, I think it's a massive plus for us, because we're going to need them. And on Aurier, I'm going to make an interesting point here about Aurier, because yes, I do agree he's a million times better than Doherty, and yes, we're going to need him in the games coming up. And he is definitely our number one right back. He's probably had his best season so far at Spurs, to be honest. However, I wouldn't actually start him tomorrow, and I'll explain why. And that's because the way with Aurier is, no matter if he's sort of had a good season or not, he still gives away silly free kicks and fouls in stupid positions. And that's exactly what Burnley are going to want, because we know the way Burnley play. Every little scrap and they just feed off scraps, and every little free kick, no matter if it's in their own half, they still hoof it long, or no matter where it is, they get it into the box. And I think we need to avoid situations like that, and we need height in there, because Aurier, we know he's not the tallest as well. So that's why I wouldn't start Aurier tomorrow, because the silly free kicks he gives away, and we know what he can do there. So I'd probably start Doherty, mainly because of his height. I think we're going to need as much height in there as possible. And then he can hopefully help with that. And I do think, yes, it's been extremely minimal, but I think very literally he's made slight improvements lately. Slight improvements, I do feel, recently. Not massive improvements, but probably better than what we've seen all season by the tiniest margin. So yeah, I would start Doherty, and that's my reason why I wouldn't throw Aurier straight back in. And I'll probably put Aurier in against Fulham, to be honest, on Thursday, but not for this game, and that's why.
Yeah, Marcelo, have you anything you'd like to add to that?
No, I agree with what Charlie's saying. I think you know, Aurier is a player that needs to get some game time. I think when you throw him in the deep end and he's not fit, or you know, not ready, he makes a lot of silly fouls and mistakes. Need to warm him up a little bit. So I wouldn't put him there quite yet. I think we need Doherty for the set pieces. I agree. That's about it, man. You know, and as far as Giovanni Lo Celso, it's a big miss. You know, I kind of want to see him back to help us out, but hopefully he can come back soon.
Just for Aurier being back, look, it's good news. Do you know what I mean? Will he start? I'm not sure. I think I agree with Charlie that he'd be held back for Fulham. Personally, I'd probably actually play. Do you know what? In a way, I was thinking I probably would play Tanganga there, but the thing is, you know, Doherty is played on the right-hand side with Bale playing on the right, you know, and it's, you know, like Doherty has fed Bale a few nice balls and that. So for me, I probably do agree on that point, that Doherty probably should start tomorrow. But then we have a super chat here from the BG. He says DT couldn't lace Marcelo's headset. Absolutely love the dedication and your love to Marcelo that you sent in a super chat, just to defend him. Big up yourself, man. Really do appreciate it. We have Dan N. He says, big up, lads. Great panel. He's not too far wrong there. Where can we find you guys on social media? Yeah, look, for me, it's a case you can just hit me up on Twitter at the Irish Y. Any lads want to plug your Twitter?
Yeah, you can hit up my Twitter at Tagangsta25.
Yeah, for me, you can just hit it up. Charlie THFC1 with number 1 at the end. So yeah, that's my one if you want to find me.
They are D-Trex Ken. I hope that's made your day, lad. We have another super chat here from Tin Man
Laurel and
007.
Hardy.
I don't want to see Lauren and Hardy, which is Dyer and Sanchez at the back.
He's not wrong.
Toby has to play. Early pressure needed too. Yeah, that brings me on to my next question, and then I'll go back to the Burnley team news tomorrow. So look, lads, what centre backs would you play tomorrow? What pairing? We'll start with you, Marcelo.
Taganga and Toby. No Dyer, no Sanchez. Thank you very much. People saying that, oh yeah, let's play Dyer because he's tall. People forget the man gets beaten by midgets. He's been like thank you, Spartan, by the way.
Spartan and he's a legend.
Yeah, he is. But Dyer gets beaten by guys half his size. So what's the point of bringing all that height when he just gets beaten by guys like Cavallero and all that stuff, man? There's no point. So I'd rather have Taganga and Toby, someone with like footballing brains. You know what I mean? So yeah, those would be my two center backs.
And Charlie, who would be your centre backs?
Mate, first of all, I never want to see Dyer or Sanchez play for my football club again, especially together. Especially together. That
it's moon boots and GPS tracker. Yeah. That's what they're called.
GPS tracker.
Yeah, because Sanchez doesn't know where the ball is anytime it's in the air. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong. Honestly, you're not wrong. No, but look, on a serious note, I never want to see them start together for my football club again. It's as simple as that. Get out of my football club. That's all I'm saying, honestly. Always costing us points after point after point. That centre-back pairing is the main reason why we're 9th in the league. So for me, look, I'd probably go with Toby. I think I'm worried he might not start Toby because he played in midweek. That's my worry. And my worry is that he'll bring Sanchez back in, which for me is just recipe for disaster because Sanchez up against either the likes of, whether it's Wood, I know Wood might be out, but even the likes of Rodriguez or Vidra, he gets bullied by any old striker. You know what I mean? He got bullied by that guy that played for Wickham, remember? So for me, I'd go for Toby and probably Roden in this one, to be honest, because Roden is tall. Roden is our tallest centre back, I think. So I'd go with him for that extra height advantage.
Roden is a good shout.
I think he deserves another go. He hasn't played for a while, so why not throw him in there for this game? Could it really be any worse than Dyer and Sanchez? I don't think it could. So for me, I'll probably go Toby and Roden. But whether Mourinho does that is a whole other story. So yeah,
I just think Taganga hasn't gotten a chance.
No, I agree. I think he should get more. He's played at right back. He's done all right against City. So maybe I'd rather have him at centre back than Dyer or Sanchez. I'll say that for sure.
For me, actually, I would love to see Toby Alderweireld and Tanganga because for me, look, Tanganga he has the pace. He's a Tottenham boy. So for me, because he's on the same parallel as Roden, the fact that he's a Tottenham boy kind of edges it for me. Anytime he's played, he's looked decent in my opinion. So for me, I would actually like to see Toby and Tanganga. I think they could, basically build up a nice rapport. I think they could complement each other very nicely. I really do. You have Toby with his wisdom, his IQ, his positioning, everything else. He can help coach Tanganga. And Tanganga at this stage, he's an early pro. He'd be like a sponge, absorbing everything, taking everything in. And then he has the athleticism and pace to help out Toby. You know what I mean? So for me, I think that would be an absolutely brilliant partnership. I really do. And I'd love to see that tomorrow. Will it happen? I'm not sure. I think it'll either be Dyer or Roden in beside Toby, just for the height from set pieces. That's my opinion. But I really would love to see Tanganga. And we have a super chat here from Wayne Bonner. Big up yourself, Wayne. A legend. You're a great super chatter, man. You always have been. You're a legend. Start with Tanganga right back, so we can go to a back three if we're hammering them pressure wise. Everyone loves Marcelo. 100%. I agree with the very last part. Everyone does love Marcelo. I have to say, I get some amount of people in the comments and everything else bigging the guy up. People love him on the channel. But Marcelo, do you want to answer this? Do you want to make Wednesday and answer this?
From what I've seen from the chat, I think everybody is in the consensus that they think that Taganga, if he is going to play, is going to be at right back. And honestly, I think we have to kind of agree with them, because if you've seen Jose's interviews, he doesn't seem to fancy Taganga at center back. He seems to fancy him more at right back. So I think we're more likely to see Rodon. If we are going to play a youngster, I think we're more likely to see Rodon play alongside Toby than Tanganga. But I think personally, I think he's going to go with Dyer and Sanchez. I just have a feeling that he's going to go with that partnership again.
Do you know, if he does, I'm actually going to be so angry at him tomorrow because, you know, there's only so long you can keep playing a partnership before you say, like, there's no legs to it. When you have one that's as clumsy as Dyer and you have one that just, really just genuinely doesn't actually understand where the football is, you know what I mean? There's only so long you can persist with it before you just have to say, look, it doesn't work. But big up, Wayne. Absolutely brilliant with the super chat, man. Thank you so much. It really does help and it means a lot. We have another super chat here from Brad Matthews. Enjoying my Saturday lockdown beers. Please, Spurs, don't ruin my weekend. Marcelo is real. DT is a parody of himself. Keep up the great work, lads. Look, enjoy the weekend. Make sure you keep some beers left over for tomorrow, or if you want to go nuts, drink them all tonight, but make sure you send someone down to the office to get you some tomorrow for the game, and tune in for the watch along on the Matty Hayes channel, where you'll be getting more content, even more. And honestly, I can tell you now, your weekend won't be ruined. I'm going to say it with my chest. I think we're going to beat Burnley. Marcelo, and he's bigging you up as well. He says you're the real deal.
Everybody's bigging me up, man. Everybody's bigging me up. I love it, man. Thank you guys. You guys are all awesome, and I appreciate it. Look, I'm just a guy that gives
fake account.
Yeah,
fake account of me again. Get out of it. Delete it, whoever you are. Get out of it. It's ridiculous, whoever you are. Honestly, you surely have better things to do, whoever this is. Seriously, come on, just delete it. You surely have better things to do. But
anyway, 100%. No, look, we all know who it is. Yeah. We all know who it is, and we will get to the bottom of it. But Brad Matthews, seriously, thank you, Seth. Thank you so much, man. You're a gent. We have Enoch Nurse bigging everybody up. Enoch Nurse is in the building. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate it. We have Gary Paul Speed in the building as well. The guy's a very very knowledgeable guy. He's tuned in a few times. We have a couple more super chats. But look, before I address, actually, I'll go to Spartan 7 Gaming's super chat first, and then I'll give everybody the Burnley team news. Toby and Roden for me, lads, need the height. Yeah, no, look. Charlie, do you want to answer this for Spartan 7 Game? Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. That's why I said Toby and Roden, because we're going to need the height in there. And yes, people say Dyer and stuff, but Dyer don't jump. He really doesn't jump. Marcelo even said it, that he gets out jumped by Cavallero, who's like, genuinely. So for me, I'd go Toby.
I don't want to hear height. I'd rather, you know what? Stick. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Stick Mora as center back. Stick Mora as center back. Yeah, at least he jumps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People keep saying about height, bro. Mora is like half a Dyer size, and he can, get twice as high as him.
Yeah. No, but do you know what, Spartan 7 Game? And honestly, if that was a centre back pairing tomorrow, I'd be more than delighted, just because there's no moon boots and then there's no GPS, so it's fine. You know what I mean? So I agree with you. You know what I mean? If that was out there tomorrow, I'd be happy. But let me know what you think. Would you be happy? And big yourself up for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. It doesn't go unnoticed. We have Wayne Bonner here, but before I get on to that, no, I'll address this one first, and then we'll go on to Burnley team news. Big up Wayne Bonner, again with another super chat. Toby and Tanganga are an actual centre-back pairing as well as our best centre-back pairing. Look, I think he agrees basically with me what I was saying about Toby and Tanganga, and how they complement each other. Old and young, versatile with the knowledge of the game. You know what I mean? For me, everything's going to be rosy. It'd be perfect, and I really would like to see it. But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't doubt Josie either. If there's something he's seen that he thinks can't work, well then, fair play to him. I have to back it. But for me, that's something I'd like to see, because I don't think Tanganga has been given a fair shot at centre back, to be honest with you. But look, lads, I'll give everybody a bit of Burnley team news, and big yourself up, Wayne. You're an absolute gent. Thank you so much. So Burnley team news. Chris Wood is expected to return. He's after being out for 6 games. With a hamstring injury, but they are expecting him to return tomorrow. Ashley Barnes and Goodmanson, Robbie Brady and Eric Peters, they are supposedly out for tomorrow's game. And then Dale Stevens is back, and Jay Rodriguez, they reckon, will be fit, even though he picked up a knock last week against West Brom. So, look, Marcelo, if Chris Wood is only coming back after a hamstring injury, would you expect him to be, he's all threat, or do you think, coming back after the hamstring injury, sometimes you don't think you previously would do because you're not as comfortable?
You see, I would say, yeah, normally you probably won't do much, but knowing us, you probably score. Like if anything, just knowing our defense, they'll let them do something like that. I mean, come on, man, it's anybody with height and a sense of goal can score against this defense. So for me, Chris Wood, he's definitely going to be a problem. He's definitely dangerous, but
he's that top scorer.
He's our top scorer, so it's a big win for them. It's a big win for them. But listen, come on, man. We got Kane, we got Sonaldo. We can easily beat these guys. They're come on, they're not on our level. Let's be real here now.
Yeah, 100%. I want to big up Sir Dacier here. Great content. Have been a fan for months now. Love from Rhode Island. Come on, you Spurs, big yourself up, man. Thank you so much.
Come on. Hey, you're really from Rhode Island. All right. Okay.
Anywhere near you, Marcelo?
Yeah, it's actually pretty. It's in the same region as me, so yeah, it's decently close.
Maybe you can start your own little Spurs supporters club. Genuinely, this is how it all starts, lad. But sorry, Ashley Barnes, look, he is a threat. I like him. I think he's a handful. He's expected to be out. Brady, of course, a provider of goals with his crossing and that. He's out. Eric Peters is usually a starting fullback. He's out. So they do have a few injuries tomorrow. So do you think they're there for the taking, even though my opinion is we should be beating them regardless, even if they have full strength squad or not? But, they have a few injuries, so surely they're there for the taking.
Yeah, I agree. I think those injuries will be a big blow to them. I think you look at someone like Chris Wood. I think if he is back, that's a big plus for them because he is their top scorer and he's a big threat. We've seen him score against us a couple of times, massive threat in the air. So if he does play, I would worry about him. But if he's out, I think the likes of Vidra and Rodriguez, I think they're strikers that we can deal with a bit better because they're not as physical or height in terms of height advantage as someone like Chris Wood is. And Ashley Barnes as well. Look, he's a handful for any Premier League defender. He's a good striker. He is Ashley Barnes. He's a handful. When him and Wood play up front together, they don't stop chasing the ball. Their work ethic is second to none. It really is, and they're big target men, of course, up there. So we have to be careful. And I think not just them. I think you look at someone like Dwight McNeil. I think he's a very underrated winger. I think he's a really good player. His left foot is really, really good. And if he's if he tends to get a lot of the sort of assists for them. His ball into the box is quite good. And Dwight McLean, he's a good winger. I really think if he played in a team which was more of an attacking side and maybe someone like a Brighton or someone like that, I think he could get a few more goals. And I think he might not go as much under the radar as he does because of, with all due respect to Burnley, but the way they play with sort of 4-4-2, he plays in that left mid role, which is for them kind of like a left wing back role if you think about it. So he's a very underrated player, and I think we're going to have to watch out for him tomorrow because he does add there. He's probably their main source of creativity for me. So yeah, there's him as well.
Yeah, 100%. Marcelo, we have a comment here from Will Stewart. Big up, Will, by the way, you're a legend. Marcelo, does your state not have Spurs supporters group? We have.
Oh no, we do.
NC Spurs.
Yeah,
NC is that like North Carolina? No.
Yeah, North Carolina. Yeah. No, we do have
I'm a legend.
Yeah, we do have a Spurs supporting group in Boston. We usually go in the bar, meet up during match day games, but right now, obviously, I don't go because of we're a red state in terms of Corona. So I don't really go to much bars often these days.
Yeah, look, and nobody does. They're closed over here, and you'd swear people can't live without them. You know what I mean, lad?
Yeah.
But no, look, so for tomorrow's games, lad, Kevin Friend is the referee. Look, some of the referees, especially today, the lad that was in charge of the West Brom game, absolute shocker. They're having a stinker. So, if any decisions go against us, it's Kevin Friend, basically. I just thought I'd let you know that. Of course, we'll be playing in our home kit, that lovely white jersey. Harry Kane, number 10 on the back. Can't wait to see it. It really brightens up my day. And then, of course, the goalkeeper will be playing in the orange kit. Marcelo, so the big talking point really is, that will Dele play and will Bale play? Should we play the two of them? Should we play one of them? What do you think?
Sorry, can you repeat that? My mic cut out.
No, you're grand. So, the big talking point in the debate is will Dele Alli play and will Kane or will Bale play? And do they deserve to start? And will we play both of them or just one of them? What's your opinion?
I think we'll play both of them. I think we need to play both of them. And I think after hearing Jose's press conference, I think he almost basically confirmed that he's playing both of them. I don't know if you guys remember an interviewer asked him a question about Bale and Dele about whether they're going to play. But so apparently he said, "Oh, do you want me to name the 11 players that's going to start, or just the two of them?" So I think he hinted that they're going to play. So I think there's a good chance you might see them, man, because listen, we need goal scorers. Like we don't got no defense, so we need to outscore people at this point. You know what I mean, man? Like we got to go back to the Redknapp days. Just gun it until you win it, bro.
Yeah.
And we need Bale. We need Dele. You and I talked about it. Every time we go play against teams, they always pile up on the left-hand side. It's not a coincidence because they know that's where the threat is. They know if they stop Sonaldo, they basically neutralize Kane for a lot of it because Sonaldo and Kane are just such a good partnership. So if you kind of stop one, you kind of stop both, being very effective.
Yeah.
So we need to free up space, and Dele can do that. And Dele can create, free up space for Son and Kane to do their work. Bale can free up space. And, while they're doing that, they can also score goals. So, yeah, we need Bale. We need Bale to start. We need Dele to start. Enough is enough. Lamela, great guy. I know Will hates him, but great guy. He does bring a lot of energy, but I agree with Will. His stats, his goal scoring, his assists, not good enough. Not at the highest level. So we need to start bringing in guys that score goals. Enough of these excuses. Oh, but Stevie B defends. Oh, but Lamela puts in tackle and really show desires. No, I want to hear goals. When you're a forward, I want to hear goals. I want to hear assists. I want to hear dribbles. I want to hear flair. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to. If we're gonna get guys for a tackle, we might as well put Højbjerg, as a forward. You put plenty of tackles for us, up front. It's just like I'm tired of it. Let's put our center backs at forwards. No, we need flair. We need creativity. We need to just go out there and bombard these guys.
Yeah. No, look, for me, I fully agree. For me, look, I actually think, Dele deserves to play. I do think so. There's no way you can drop him after 2 assists and his overhead kick midweek against Wolfsburg. There's no way you can drop him. The guy is confident. And for me, if he is on the bench tomorrow, I honestly think that's it in the relationship between Mourinho and Dele. Because, look, if Dele's on the bench, he's not going to be the sort of player that's going to sit there itching to get on. Like, when can I get on, boss? Can't wait to get on. I'm going to prove you wrong. Right? He's not going to be that type of player. He's going to sit there. He's going to sulk. He's going to bitch. You know what I mean? And when he comes on, he's going to throw his toys out the pram. So for me, you have to start the kid tomorrow. And this is where it comes down to man management, because you have to be clever. You have to know your players well. So for me, you play him tomorrow and you give him his chance. My only concern is that if we're going to have the ball and hopefully have sustained period of pressure with attack, Dele's flicking with the ball, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? He needs to make sure his passes are crisp tomorrow, get his first touch right. In terms of Gareth Bale, my personal opinion is that, we've had no one else do it on the right this season. Again, he's in a rich vein of form. You play him, you give him his opportunity. He can create magic on any given moment. And he looks like he's happy again, which is a big plus. So for me, you have to play him. Charlie, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think I said it on We Are Tottenham TV yesterday. For me, you have to put Dele and Bale in the starting lineup, because I think you have to try and build sort of momentum with them, particularly with Dele, because the way Dele, he came in, done that overhead kick, had a really good performance. Same with Bale. The last few games, Bale's been probably the best we've seen him so far since he rejoined the club. So, yeah, you have to start both of them with obviously Son on the left and Kane up top. And that front four, if you can get it clicking, can be a very fluid, attacking, scary front four for any team in the Premier League. So, yeah, I think you do have to start both both of them. As well, for the creativity side of things, as I said, we know what Burnley are going to do. They're going to come, they're going to try and frustrate us. They're going to put two banks of four, and they're going to try and clog up the central areas and not leave us any space. So we're going to need as much creativity we can get, and especially with the likes of Ndombele just behind that front four as well, can add that extra spark in creativity as well. And then if you put Dale and Bale and Dele in there as well, they're two players that can definitely pick a pass as well, and can definitely, Bale in particular, can hit one from far out. So yeah, we're going to need those types of players tomorrow. So yeah, I'll definitely start them 100%. And as well, you have to sort of get the spark going, get it to light further with those two players. I think it'd be unfair to drop them. You just have to try and get something going with them. And I think considering the way they played on Thursday and the last couple of games, I think you have to start both of them with Kane and Son in the front four for this game. So that's what I'd do.
100%. And lads, you know what? I just realised I'm actually really loving this stream because, we haven't had to bring up Ben Davies or Harry Winks. Why
did you bring it up?
You brought it up.
It's just, you know what I mean? So it's been absolutely brilliant.
Oh,
but I want to take this super chat from
the mood was good, David, until you brought it up.
I just want to take this super chat here from Wayne Bonner. Be yourself up, Wayne. He says, is Marcelo part of a Spurs supporters group in the States?
So in Boston, we used to go to Clary's Bar in Boston. If you're in the Boston area, you're more than welcome to come and join us. I used to go there. I used to talk to some people. I didn't go as much as other people, but whenever I could, I would make the trip. But that's about it. We do have the Boston pub crawl. Well, not Boston pub crawl. Is Boston Spurs sporting group. I forgot the exact name on Facebook. I do follow that, and they often update you on whether they're going to watch games. I think they're actually still doing meetups to watch games, but with 6 feet. I just haven't gone because I don't want to take the risk. Boston has not been very good, so. I love Spurs. I'd rather just stay here and watch the games with you guys. But if you're from the Boston area, feel free to hit them up. They're a great group and some good people there, especially from London. I met a lot of people from London, some people from Ireland. I think I met one Irish guy though. There's a lot of good mix of people there. So it's cool.
No. There's your answer, and Wayne. Let us know where you're from as well, and everybody else that's tuning in. Let us know where you're from in the chat. But I'll read out the rest of the comment here. He says,
David, I've just got to go quickly for 15 minutes. I'll be back soon. I'll put it in the
that's no problem.
I'll be back very soon, so I'll be back soon.
That's no problem, lad.
I think you made a screen big.
Give me 1 second, lads. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh no, David. There we go. Hey,
there we go. Sorry about that, lads. He says, make sure you hit the like and you get your super chats in, everybody. Show your support for the Harris Army and let's get where he needs to be. Big up, Wayne. Absolutely love that comment, man. You're a gent. Yeah. And lads, look, the chat is absolutely flying as well. So, make sure you get your super chats in if you want your comment on the screen and discussed as well, because the chat is flying and finding it hard to get through them all. We have another super chat here from Brandon Victor Dixon. I'm not sure whether that's a trick name, to be honest. No, I don't think it is, actually. Lamela and Lucas have had better seasons than Dele and Bale so far. Full stop. They'll play them. The work rate better be high. No farmers in the Premier League. Look, I think if you are talking over the context of a season, I'd agree. Lucas and Lamela have. But, if we're going off recent form, and the spiral we're in at the minute in terms of losing the games now, for me, you have to play players that are confident. And for me, you play Dele and Bale because, there's no doubt in it. Even though, I've criticised them and that, you know what I mean? There's no doubt in it. When they want to play, they're better than what we have. They're better than
also
Lamella and
quality.
Lucas.
They're also quality. You know what I mean, David? They got that spark. You know, I would say this about Lucas. When he is on, though, he is a very good player. You know, when Lucas is playing at his full length, he can actually do some good things. But the issue with Lucas is almost like Lamella. They just come in. They bring in a lot of heart. They bring in a lot of pace. They bring in a lot of hard work. But they don't produce much. You know, they don't create much. They lose the ball when it matters. They don't have that special spark. You know what I mean? Deli has that special spark. We've seen it many times. You know, he can just think on the fly, get us a goal that we need. Bale. I mean, Bale, come on, man. How many times we've seen Bale just create something out of nothing? We need to start having some players like that, just of real extra quality. You know, like when I think of Lucas and Lamella, I think, good forwards. You know, they can get you a goal here and there. They're going to work hard. But I don't really think of like that extra quality. You know, when I think of Deli, when I think of like Bale, those guys have a little bit extra silk, man. You know, they can change a game for you. That's the difference. They can change a game for you.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. And Brandon, I hope we've answered your super chat there. And big yourself up for putting in the super chat. Really appreciate it. And it's a fair comment. You know,
it is.
I do say if you do take over the context of the season, they have had better seasons. The likes of Lamella and Lucas, and I agree with you. I just hope that maybe we can give you what we're thinking basically in terms of Bale and Dele on their day and with confidence, and if we can get back to their best, they are better options. But big yourself up. A great fair comment there, to be fair to you, man. We have Gary Paul Speed. Big yourself up as well. The four amigos up top, Bale, Kane, Son and Ali. No need to worry about the defence. We will just outscore every team. Instead, total Tottenham football. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, no, look, I think me and Marcelo will both agree with you, Gary. You know what I mean? That's to be honest, that's the four I want to see. What about you, Marcelo?
No, the four amigos. Let's go out there and just go, full balls to the wall, man. Let's penetrate these fuckers. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Of it.
No, I'm just saying. Look, we need to fuck up that Ginger Homer Simpson. We really do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sick of this claret and blue. Claret and blue beat us last week, but we need to beat them this week. And no, I agree. No need to worry about the defence. Gary, we definitely do need to worry about the defence. It's a major problem at the minute. We just outscore every team instead. I'd love if that was the case. You know what I mean? If it can bring me 3 points, I'd happily be happy to go down that route. Another super chat here from Wayne Bonner. Big yourself up, Wayne. I'm in South Ruslip in London, surrounded by Chelsea, QPR and scum fans. I feel sorry for you, but one thing I'd say is you're definitely well able to hold your own. Hold your own. Even though times are bad, walk out there with your chest out, with your jersey on, with the cockerel on it, loud and proud. And don't let them take you down, because things will turn around and we'll be the ones laughing at the end of the season.
Yeah, look, listen, my whole school was full of United fans, and let me just tell you that was rough, man. I know United, I guess, aren't a big rival of Spurs, but they used to win, the Premier League week in and week out. So it was never fun just being part of that group. I always felt like the odd man out.
No, never back down. Never back down.
No, never back down.
Be loud and proud, Wayne. Big yourself up, man. You're a gent. And we have Will Stewart here with a super chat. And actually, Will, I meant to ask you, put in them Lamella stats just to make me laugh, man, because I love it. You've been all over it lately. I love it. But big up, Will. Bale has more goals and assists than Lamella with half the minutes. Is he basically better? Well, yeah, you know what I mean. If he's more goals and assists than Lamella, you know what I mean. And it's backing up your point. Yeah. I have to agree with you. It backs up your point. And I agree with what you said the other day. We can't be picking players because of work rate and passion.
Ability. I'm missing ability, man. I'm missing ability. I miss ability, man. Like David, it's like you were about to say, bro. We're just like Winks. He just comes in. Oh, he gets the yellow card. He fights for the badge. Oh, Yay! No, bro. I want to see some like some crisp passing, some dribbling. I want to see like Ronaldinho like plays, man. I want guys to just go out there and take people on, and I want to see some, some fighters and some quality talent there, man. Like, come on. I'm sick and tired of these excuses. Oh, Ben Davies, he works so hard. He always works so hard when he's getting spun around.
He's a trier. He tries his best.
He tries his best. That's all we can ask for. No, fuck that, bro. I want to win trophies. I want to be Premier League champions. I want to look at a team and say, that's my fucking Tottenham Hotspur. You know what I mean?
My boy.
You can't say that anymore. You can't say that. You look at these group of players, I'm just like, like you just, that's all you can do is just like grind your teeth. But like, man, I just miss being the days where I'm just like, yep, that's my team, bro. That's my fucking team. We can take on anybody. Barcelona, bring it on. Juventus, bring on you fuckers. We can beat you. Like,
we'll get back there. We will get back there. Trust me. Have the faith. We will.
Yeah, bro. Now these men are getting me scared about Dynamo, bro. Come on now.
Actually, yeah. So you were working yesterday. So you couldn't come on the stream. Just quickly, just to let everyone know your thoughts, because people were asking where you were. They were missing you. So was I, to be fair. But what's your thoughts on the draw?
Listen,
just quickly, just to let everybody know.
Yeah, I'll give a quick thought. I thought it was a good draw, especially we should be getting to the quarterfinals against Dynamo. I mean, I think they are a good team. We shouldn't underestimate them one bit. I want to see the strongest lineup. Even like I even said it, like even if we have to rest, and give out the North London derby, I know that hurts, and I can already see in your face you don't want to lose to them. No. But listen, I'd rather lose to them and get through to the quarters than fucking, you know what I mean? Like, get knocked out.
No, I can see your point. But look,
I wanna play the strongest lineup for both legs. Unless we play the first leg and we smash them, then I can say, yeah, okay, play an easier lineup in the second leg. But no, I want to take Dynamo I want to take Dynamo like they're fucking Barcelona, bro. I want to be as serious as possible. I don't want to be getting knocked out.
Marcelo, I have to say I'm the greedy sort of person. You know what I mean? When I walk in the shop and see share bag, I'm like, share bag, that's for one, that's for Dave. Do you know what I mean? I want both. I want the North London derby and I want Europa. Simple as. Do you know what I mean? I'm just one of them greedy fuckers, but what can you do? But big yourself up, Will. You know what I mean? I love the way you're on a self-crusade to educate the fan base on Eric Lamela. So big yourself up. I really do enjoy it. Yeah, we have another super chat here from Brandon Victor Dixon. I'll take Workrate over talent every day. Dele and Bale are talented, but they won't play if they don't work. In the Premier League, you need steel, not silk. No, look, I agree with you. Look, me and Marcelo have actually been huge critics over Bale and Dele, to be fair. Basically saying, they haven't been working hard enough. It's their own fault that they're not in the team. We've questioned the desire, the character, passion, how much do they want it. We've done everything, but what we're saying is just over the last few weeks, sometimes you just need players with confidence to play and get you out of that slump. But 100%, we fully agree with you. You know what I mean? Look, in the Premier League, you do need steel, but you also need flair. You do need silk up in the front areas. So I think it's a combination of both. You know what I mean? But big yourself up. That's a great comment as well.
I do respect Brendan's comment, and we have talked about that. We do need guys that needs to be tougher mentally. But I also think Dele Alli, when he is on, and especially Bell when he's on, bro, they can also bring that steel. You know what I mean? I remember Dele Alli just being ferocious back in the days. You know what I mean? Like he loved a good scrap. He loved a good, like he'll scrap for a goal. He'll always find space. He was a fighter back then. Maybe he wasn't the most physical, but he still fought. And I remember Bale, of course. Bale just would take anybody on. He had the balls of steel, man. Bale has balls of steel. He'll take anybody on back in his day. So if we get those guys back, we can be a real threat. But I think Will has a good counter argument there for him.
Yeah, Will Stewart here, coming back with the counter. Big yourself up, Will. Sorry, mate, but work rate without the end result in the same is the same as passion without purposes. 8 goals and 7 assists in 92 appearances.
That's shocking.
I presume he's replying to Brandon Victor Dixon.
That's
I think.
Shocking. That's shocking.
But Brandon Victor Dixon, make sure you get back and let us know your counter argument to Will. No, look, Will. It is poor. Like, the guy's been at Tottenham nearly 9 years. He was the one brought in with all that Bale at the money at the time. So Bale has gone and come back, and he still only had 8 goals and 7 assists. It's not good enough. But you know what, Victor? Make sure you get back to us and let us know your counter argument to Will. You have another super chat here from Wayne Bonner. Will Stewart speaks a lot of sense, passionate but calm. When will he be on your channel again, David? Harris Army. Yeah, no, I agree. I 100%. After the last one, I texted him asking him, does he want to do more stuff on the channel? And he fully agreed. Just the last few days have been a bit all over the place. But on Monday, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go over things and, reassess things and that. And you'll definitely be seeing more of him. You know what I mean? Whenever he can come on and whenever he wants to come on, he's more than welcome. So we'll definitely be getting more of him on the channel. Don't worry about that. I'm in the process of that. But big yourself up, Wayne. You're a legend. There you are, Will. Wayne sent in a super chat just to big you up. Fair play to him. We have Kieran. I think it's pronounced Kieran. I'm not actually sure. If you could help me, this is my new graphic designer, the lad that's willing to come in and help me. He's took a big burden off me. He's a legend. Is that an anime figure in Marcelo's background?
No, it is not. It is a Wolverine and a Hulk figure that I got. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Marvel, so I love all that shit. I also got another Wolverine figure right here. I'm a big fan of Wolverine, so I do get some of that stuff. So yeah, just my little hobby that I have.
Yeah, no, fair play. I want to welcome a few more people to the stream. We have 92 Flamethrower. We have Joe. We have Runa LB. We have Mr. K. Big yourself up, Mr. K. You're a legend. He's a true ambassador of the Harris Army. We have JJ Tublo. We have Mansa. We have Sir Dacier. We have Tuik Ippel. We have Dark Sun Sunji 21. So everyone big yourselves up. You're absolute legends. But Marcelo, look, we also have Vocal One. What are you guys' real jobs? Me, look, I'm actually out of work at the minute. Unfortunately, I've been sick the last while and that, and I'm just rebuilding myself, basically. Getting myself back up to the levels I need to be at. Really, Marcelo, do you want to answer that? Or?
So I work at as a customer service and car wash, and I also work with Amazon delivery right now. But soon I got accepted for being a mental health technician. So in the near future, I'm gonna go full time in that job. So should be fun.
Fair play.
Yeah.
And welcome Abdul Karim as well. He says big up, and Roberto de Silva, de Silveira. Want to see passion and fight tomorrow. Where's it gone? Want to see passion and fight tomorrow. The team needs to want to win. Yeah, we 100% agree with you, Mr. K. Absolute legend. Smash a like. Everyone, come on, you Spurs. Lads, we are just waiting for Charlie to come back to start doing the predicted lineup and that. We have Brandon Victor Dixon coming back again. Big yourself up, Brandon. He says, flair without work rate means you score 4 and give up 5. Defense isn't good enough for them to not work. It's not good enough to be talented. Need both. There you are, Will, if you're watching. He's after Victor's after Brandon's after sponsoring. So look, without work rate means you score 4 and give up 5. Yeah, in a way, I kind of agree. Defense isn't good enough for them not to work. I agree, but the only thing is, I will say, is if you have better attackers, it means you can kind of keep the ball more.
Yeah.
So it means your defenders might not have to work as hard. And it's not enough to be talented. No, it's not. Look, I'm a big believer that you have to have it mentally to succeed. Every top player says it. You can have all the talent you want. Look at Tarat, Ravel Morrison, players like that. All the talent in the world, but just didn't have it up here. You need it up here mentally. You need to be mentally strong. Sorry, Marcelo, go on.
But I would say this. I don't think Jose would put Dele and Bale if he didn't see that they would put in the work. Because that's the number one thing Jose always looks for. regardless of talent. So I think if he plays Bale and Dele, that's because they're showing, committed. And I think they worked very hard against Wolfsburg, and I think they've been working hard recently. I think Dele's been looking lively. I think Bale's been looking lively. So I think, yeah, they deserve it.
Yeah, 100%.
Your old man giving you a little bit of
Yeah, because he's the one that shaved my hair and gave me the Eric Dyer look. You know what I mean? So,
I have to see it.
he's sitting there smiling. He's absolutely delighted with himself now, giggling there with his bowl of trifle, happy out with himself. But big yourself up, Brandon, with the super chat. You're a legend. You're sticking to your guns, and you're putting in some great arguments. And basically, you've responded to Will and that, so fair play to you. And we have a couple of super chats here to get to as well. And we have another one from Kieran O'Connell. Big yourself up. Rate it, Marcelo. Also, I agree with Brandon. We need players to work hard. However, if Bale and Ali are ready to step up, then I'm sure they will start. Do you want to take that one, Marcelo?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If Jose does start Dele and Bale, it's because they're putting in the hard work and that they're doing what Jose wants to do. I don't think Jose is a fool or anything like that. I think he rates hard work more than anything, really. I think that's the first thing he looks for in a player. So, and I think this whole idea that Dele, recently, I think he has been putting the hard work. I think the idea that he has been kind of like walking around. I would agree with you if you said that in the beginning of the season. You and I were saying it. Dele has all the talent, but he's not putting in the work. And we said the same thing about Bale. But recently, we are seeing them putting in the work and looking to change games. I think when both Dele and Bale came in against West Ham, we changed the game. We looked a lot livelier. Yeah. They were looking for the ball. They're creating chances. So, although I do agree that hard work is important, I think Dele and Bale have been producing that hard work. I just think so. Yeah. And I think they weren't a shot to play.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Kieran, I hope that's answered your question. We have Jack May here with a €1 donation. Look, I think you might have forgot to put in the chat, so just put in the comments there what you were supposed to say, and I'll get it up on screen for you. Big up, Jack.
Dane Scarlett's the best youngster. That's what he meant to say. I got you. I got you, Jack. Don't worry.
It's Dane Mbappe, Dane Aldo. That's what it is. We have a reply from Will Stewart. I agree with you both 100%, but Lamela hasn't had the end result since 2015. How many years does he need? Lamela's first 2 seasons were great. No, look, I agree. I think it's run its course with Lamela. Look, the only reason I think that Mourinho's come in, he's got him, he's used him well, to be fair. He uses his aggression and that extra bit of edge that he has. You know what I mean? And put him out on the pitch. It's worked against United and teams like that. So, he's used him well. But, look, for the amount of time he spends on the pitch compared to the injuries he's had, the amount of time he spends on the sideline, we have to admit it's been a waste of money. It hasn't worked out. And, I agree. He has to be one of the players to go. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. The old lad here saying Lamela was very unlucky with injuries, in fairness. He was, he was very unlucky. I agree, but I think this summer it's just come to a time where we're at with
injuries, man. The guy's 28. It's too many injuries. He's already 28. Yeah. You know what I mean, David? Yeah, too many.
No, I agree. We have another Euro donation from Jack May, and here's his comment. He says, "Marcelo, are you watching One Division?" I don't know what that is, to be fair.
It's one of the Avengers kind of like spin-off series. No, I have not seen it. I'm more of an X-Men guy. I do really love like Wolverine, X-Men, Magneto, and all that stuff. But I do like the Avengers. But I do need to watch that. I will watch that eventually. But I'm more of an X-Men guy. And in case you're wondering, Logan is the best Marvel movie out there. In case you're wondering,
100%. And big up, Will, with the super chat. Replying to myself, yourself, and Brandon as well. And big up Jack May for the donation. Absolute heroes. But Marcelo, look. Another question I want to ask is, do we look better in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3? For me, I think we look better in a 4-2-3-1. I really do.
I do agree with you.
I think it suits our squad more. When we play a 4-3-3, we tend to get penned in and try and get out on the counter. But with a 4-2-3-1, we can kind of control the game a bit more.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but the thing is, I think if we played a 4-2-3-1, we kind of need a more defensive type pivot with Højbjerg. I think when we were
Yeah,
playing Sissoko and he was playing more the defensive role, it was working out better in the counterattacks, getting the ball back and getting the possession back. But right now, that's not really Endom Baller's role. So
yeah,
maybe I would go with the 4-3-3 because we have tried the 4-2-3-1 and it
yeah,
hasn't been working out recently. So maybe we can switch it up. Maybe see if that works better with our midfield because I think the issue right now is I think the midfield and the defense is having a harder time. It's just having a hard time, to getting the
yeah,
ball to one another. I think that's been the most difficulty. I think the midfield to the forwards have been going pretty well. I think we're getting the balls to the forward pretty well, but it's just not working out between the midfield and the defense. Just we just can't get that. It's like you said, we can't get the ball out of the box. You know?
yeah, yeah. No, look, for me, I think we look much better as a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
We can control our own destiny in the game. I think a midfield partnership of Højbjerg and then Ndombele, look at Ndombele. I've questions over his fitness and stuff like that still, but
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's better than Winks and Sissoko. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Sissoko not running against Chelsea, that's inexcusable. He's found himself dropped since then, rightly so. You know what I mean? And then you have the three boys, then, whoever, it's always Son on the left, and then whoever really fits in, whether it be Lamela or Ali, Bale or Lucas or Bergwijn. And obviously you have Kane up front because, in a 4-3-3, Kane is having to drop deep, pick up the ball, be the creator, and then also expected to be in the box and be the finisher.
Yeah, but we never had Dele Alli. But we never had Dele Alli in that 4-3-3. We never had a real number 10. And as you know, Dele and Kane, they work very well together. I'm sorry that I had to interrupt you there because I think that's very important to figure that out because when Kane was dropping deep, he was playing that number 10 role. Son kind of came in and it kind of almost became it's almost like a Will Super Chat there of a 4-4-2, almost like where it would be with Stevie B and Son up front. And you saw Son kind of coming in the wings and CVB coming in the wings. But the issue is we never had Dele, and I think Dele and Kane in the 4-3-3 could complement one another very well. Because you remember under Pochettino, Dele and Kane complement each other very well in terms of how they play. Usually some of Dele's best form came around when Kane was playing at his best. I think there are two players that complement each other.
And as well, the reason why, Dele was so good is, and it's another thing I've noticed, like when we get the ball now, there's no one gambling and running beyond because they kind of expect us to lose the ball. But, when Dele was at his best, he was gambling, he was making runs beyond Harry Kane into the box. For instance, his 2 goals against Chelsea, both making runs in beyond Harry Kane, making that late run, and he was getting rewarded. You know what I mean? So for me, I think there is an element to that, but we have a couple of super chats to get through here as well. And we have a super chat from Wayne Bonner. He says, Lamela and Lucas are too wasteful. Give Bale and Ali a start and they'll do the job. And we need to do.
Big up, Wayne.
So I think he's replying to Brandon and Victor. He says, Lamela and Lucas, we know they're wasteful. Lamela was wasteful during the week. Lamela is one that split opinions during the week. Some people were saying he's fantastic. Some people were saying, he was awful. Look, for me, on their day when they want to be, they can be top-notch quality players and make magical stuff happen. We've seen it with Lamela doing a Rabona. We've seen it with Lucas with some of his goals. But at the end of the day, it's their consistency is a problem. They could go 10 games with just being average and losing the ball every time. And that's the problem.
Yeah, can we I'm going to say this. Okay, although the Rabona goal was fantastic, can we stop talking about it? I mean, Jesus, it's been years since he scored that.
I know.
That's the only thing I hear about Lamela, stance. It's always, but that Rabona goal, though, you could create magic from that Rabona
Honestly,
goal.
lad, you can't tell me you don't look it up and get an erection, lad.
It is, okay, it is. It is a fantastic. It's probably one of the best goals I've seen, in the Tottenham Hotspurs. If I'm gonna be honest, around
no, it's
there.
not. It's not. But
it's top 10. It's top 10. It's up there for me.
It's
watching it live. It's a rare goal, and it is a a boner goal, but like for fuck's sakes, you know what I mean? The guy scored one quality goal. Any dog has its day, you know what I mean, David?
Yeah.
You ever heard that term? Ever heard of that term?
Yeah.
You know, every dog has its day. So that was just Lamella's day. But in terms of creating spark and magic, I gotta agree with Will Stewart. Lamella does not create enough spark and magic. He is a guy that will bring you energy, bring you passion, bring you desire, get the tackles in.
Everything Winks gives you.
Yep. But as far as that, he's not a spark and magic. You know, he doesn't do that. You know, like Son, like Kane, even like Dele used to do. He doesn't do that, man. He just doesn't.
Yes.
Hey guys, what have I missed?
Oh, you've missed a lot. You know, you've missed the whole debate with the melon between Brandon, Victor Dixon, Wayne Bonner, and Will Stewart. But Charlie, I'm going to give you this super chat here from Will Stewart, because we were basically how this has arisen. I'll give you a bit of quick backstory to it. Is that I was asking Marcelo, should we play a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3? We've already discussed it, so we won't go back on it. But Will Stewart says here, why not run a 4-4-2 this week? And you know, what would you say to that, Charlie? And what's the story? My father, he also agrees with him. What about a 4-4-2? What would you say to Will Stewart?
Personally, for me, I was thinking more 4-2-3-1 because it gives us more attacking fluidity. And we've seen in the pivot with Højbjerg and Ndombele, we can have them with like Dele, Bale, Son all in front of them with Kane up front. But look, 4-4-2, it's a shout. We've seen it implemented before against games. I think Arsenal last year, it worked really well for us. I think I think Leicester last season as well, where we won 3-0. It's where we've done it a couple of times, and it's actually worked really well for us. But I'm not sure if this is the game to do it. I think maybe try it in a big game where we have more defensive solidity, where we need to where we're not going to have as much of the ball. And even you say 4-4-2, but if you notice, out of possession, we always are in a 4-4-2.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, out of possession, we do play a 4-4-2 anyway. So, look, it's definitely a shout, but I think I'm sort of edging more towards 4-2-3-1 because, as I say, it gives us more attacking options, allows us to be more fluid going forward and stuff.
Yeah. No, 100%. Look, I have a couple more super chats I want to fly through there, and then we're going to get onto the predicted lineup. So the next super chat then I want to get to is from Wayne Bonner. I'd play a 4-3-3 against Burnley. Yeah, and look, we need to get bodies in around the middle. Burnley, look, they're not going to roll over. They're going to be at it. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to want to try and take the ball off us. So I can understand with getting an extra body in the middle. But I think tomorrow for us, it's all about goals. You know what I mean? And that's why I go for a 4-2-3-1. But big up Wayne for the super chat. Big up Will for the other super chat as well. We have Brandon Victor Dixon back here as well. He says he wants to play a 4-2-3-1. Bale and Ali do look ready. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah. Look, I agree. That's the four up front I'd like to see tomorrow, to be honest with you. But big up, Victor. You're a legend there. Thank you so much for the super chats and for your opinions. As we know, we value everybody's opinion. And I think I've won. Sorry?
I said a lot of love there, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. And then I've one more here, and then we'll get into the predicted lineup for you guys. Dele and Kane, Son, Højbjerg, Ndombele, Bale, Reguilon, Rodon, Toby, Sergio. Basically, that's Will's predicted lineup. Yeah, no. Look, I can't argue with that, to be honest. No, I can't. It's a pretty strong lineup, to be fair. And I think ours could be something similar, to be honest with you. So big yourself up, Will. That's a strong lineup. Maybe you could go in and give Jose a hand. Who knows? And then we have what's the story? We are a more fluid team without Ndombele. The ball is moved quicker through the middle. It's hard to argue it because, to be fair, sometimes he can slow the game down a bit on the ball. Sometimes he's a bit greedy. But honestly, he's better than Sissoko and Winks. But look, we'll get into that predicted lineup, so we will.
I think you got another super chat though from Wayne.
Oh yeah, one more. Yeah, so big up Wayne. Højbjerg, Ndombele, Ali in midfield, defensive and attacking. Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And plus, you have the aggression of Ndombele, Højbjerg, and Ali. You have that bit of edginess, that bit of bite. it could very well work. I fully agree with you, Wayne. Big yourself up for the super chat and big up Will Stewart as well, absolute hero. But lads, now we're going to get into it. We're going to run through this predicted lineup there. So, look, in goals, lads. Look, there's only one keeper for me, and it's going to be Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
No. Wait, hold on. No, Joe Hart. Come on, guys.
Nah, Hugo.
No, look, Mr. Head and Shoulders, walking shampoo, advertising. You know what I mean? We don't need him tomorrow. It is against Burnley, but honestly, I honestly don't think, this guy is up to the task. I don't think he'd get up if there was a naked supermodel in front of him. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I don't think Burnley's going to be enough to motivate him either. Moving on to right back. Right back. Look, I'm going to put Doherty forward. Look, just purely because he's worked well with Bale over the last few games with Bale playing on the right wing. It's kind of worked out. So on that basis, I go for it. But oh my God, I swear to God, I'll give him his boots back tomorrow. But if he does anything within the first 5 minutes to piss me off, I'm taking them back again.
I'll say this though, David. To be fair to him, I think he's actually played pretty well recently.
He's improved a bit.
I think he's improved. I think him and Bale have actually been helping each other out quite a bit. I think they really have a decent partnership going. I do think defensively, though, against Wolfsburg was one of his worst performances. I think offensively was one of his better, but defensively, I felt like he gave a lot of space in that right-hand side, and he needs to find a balance in that, He needs to start having a balance in that. Yeah, no,
100%. Charlie?
Yeah, I'm going to put Doherty forward. As I said earlier on in the stream, yes, Aurier is back, and yes, Aurier is our number one right back. Yes, he has been a lot better than Doherty this season. But as I said to everyone at the start of the stream, I'd put Doherty in for this one, and that's because of the height, as I said, and because he's less likely to give away stupid fouls all around the box like Aurier does. So I'm going to put Doherty forward as well for this one.
Yeah, 100%. So we've all agreed there, Gary Doherty. Everyone in the comment section, let us know who you'd play at right back. Moving on to left back, because this is going to be swift, easy. It's Sergio Reguilon. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ben Davies, honestly, you can see why he became a footballer, because he definitely was no good doing the 500-meter sprints or anything. He's so slow. You know what I mean? He's slower than a wet week. So for me, it's Reguilon all day long. Ron Reguilon and left back.
Sergio Reguilon. Yes, we need. I'm so happy to have him back. I know he wasn't great against West Ham, but that's because he's just come back. But look, rested in midweek. He's had sort of a week to just rest himself and prepare for this game. So yeah, 100% he has to play this one. So yeah, the main man, Sergio at left back. Love to see it.
Yeah, you know what, David? I know this is going to sound controversial, but you know what I like to see kind of trying to groom in that right-hand side as a right back. That kid from Wolfsburg, Levinier. Yeah. I think he's actually got some quality in him, man. I know it's too soon, but like the little from what I saw from him, man, like I think Jose would be smart to start playing him with the first team a little bit more. Put him in rotations. Now, obviously, I wouldn't start him.
He could be like Dan Mbappe, Dan Aldo. He could be lucky enough to be training with the first team. Who knows? I agree with you. It wouldn't be bad to start blooding him. Also, same with Dennis Circle on the left-hand side. But I think we're all in agreement. It's Don Reguilon at left back. Centre-back partnership for me, lads.
Oh, God.
I don't care what Jaws is going to do. I'm going to put mine forward. And I'm going to go with Toby and Tanganga.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, Marcelo.
Yeah, I think it is gonna. I would like Toby and Tanganga, but man, I think they're gonna do. I think he's gonna do Davison, Sanchez, and Dyer. I think this is like who he's going with.
Yeah,
I will actually criticize him if he does go with Davison, Sanchez, and Dyer. I will have some serious questions.
So will I
from him, because it's getting to a point where it's enough. It's enough. Enough is enough. But continue on. I think you got a super chat as well.
100%. I just want to take this comment from Bob Spur TV. I had the privilege of being on Chris Cowland's show with him yesterday with a reaction to the draw. Absolutely fantastic show as usual, Dave. The next 3 games are winnable and we should be winning. It's the run of games after which will let us judge how Jose is doing. Yeah, no, look, I fully agree with you, to be honest with you. I can't disagree with that comment. But everyone get over and check out Bob Spur TV. Throw him a subscribe, throw him a bit of support. He's an absolute gentleman as well. So make sure you go over and check him out. I will get to I'll get to the super chat there now. We have a super chat here from Robster. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. Thank you for the content, lads. You're all legends. Thank you for keeping me entertained. I watch all the vids. No, look, thank you. I want to say thank you, Robster and everybody else. All the super chatters, especially everybody else in the comments. You know what I mean? And the people that view in, because at the end of the day, I couldn't sit here doing this when I know nobody's watching. You know what I mean? It'd kill me. It's so demoralizing. So the fact that all you guys are always in here, show me the support, show me the love you have done. I wouldn't be here without you. So, it's amazing everything that you've shown me. What you have given me in terms of the views and the super chats and everything else on my channel. So honestly, big yourselves up, and I honestly can't thank every single one of you that members of the Harris Army. I really can't thank you enough. Big up yourself, Rob. I really do appreciate the super chat and the comment, bro. It's absolutely amazing. And again, sorry, I also can't do it without the likes of Marcelo, Charlie, Lily White Lane, Matt Hayes. We are Tottenham TV, people like that, giving up Will Stewart as well, giving up their time to come on my channel, have these discussions with me. You know what I mean? Because
Mr. K,
it's
I
not
love
easy.
you,
And
Mr.
you know what I mean? So without you guys, it's a lot harder. Again, you make the conversation flow. We have good fun. We have good banter. And I think we put out good content. It's very knowledgeable. So, thank you to you guys as well. But absolutely big yourself up, Robster. Absolute brilliant comments, man. What a hero. But we'll go back into the predicted lineup. Charlie, who are your centre back there?
Look, how I describe picking centre back options.
Your Norton thing.
It's like, what did you say, Marcelo?
No, I said I think your Norton thing has expired.
What?
Wait, what?
No, nothing. Nothing was a joke.
I don't know. I didn't hear what you said.
No, go on. Go on with the predicted lineup, Charlie.
Yeah, go on with the predicted lineup.
Oh, sorry, what were you saying there, Marcelo?
No. I was just saying because his Norton thing said it was expiring, so I was just making a joke.
All right. Yeah. No, sorry. Go on, Marcelo. Charlie.
Yeah. No worries, Marcelo. It's all good. But yeah, look, I was saying, when it comes to picking centre backs, it's like for Tottenham, we're picking out of a trash can. That's how I describe it.
Yikes.
Literally picking out of a trash can. That's how I just describe us when it comes to picking centre backs, and that's what Mourinho has to put up with. But look, we're taking the best we've got. I think for me, you've got to go for Toby and Rodon. I think Toby has to play. I don't know why he keeps getting dropped. People say he can't play 2 games in a week, but look, a 20% Toby is better than Darren Sanchez at 100% put together. So I'll just put that out there as well. So I'd go for Toby and Rodon as well because of the height. We need the height in there. We need someone that can actually jump rather than Eric Dyer getting out jumped by Cavallero. So yeah, look, I'm going to put Toby and Rodon forward. Tanganga as well. Unlucky to miss out from me. Obviously, look, I'd probably he's probably next in line for me to come in ahead of Darren Sanchez. For me, he is Tanganga. But for me, for this game, because of the height and stuff, I'm going to go for Toby and Rodon.
Toby and Rodon. And Marcelo, who did you say you wanted?
I think Toby Rodon is good shout.
Yeah, well, I've been outnumbered. I want Toby and Tanganga, but Charlie, I've been outnumbered. It's the way it works. So we'll go with Toby and Rodon.
I just don't think he's going to play Tanganga at centre back anymore.
Yeah, no,
he was so persistent that he was a right back, which makes no sense to me. I really don't understand that. That's one of the things I will criticise Jose for.
Well, he did the same thing with Samuel Eto'o. He does that with a few players where he sees that he thinks he can get the best out of them in certain positions. So you got to be a little bit patient. Maybe he has a plan.
Maybe. Eto'o said he'll only ever play on the wing for Mourinho. He said when the next manager came in, he won't play on the wing for him, only for Mourinho. So just an interesting one there.
Wayne Bonner's not too happy with his lads. He says he wants Toby and Tanganga. Sorry, Wayne, I was outnumbered. I tried to find my corner. And we have what's the story? He says your mum says up the Palace No, look, just tell her to sit back, be patient. I have the Palace mascot, the Eagle, lined up. I have the Palace Stadium turned into a WWE ring, and I'm going to give him a Rey Mysterio 619, followed by a Stone Cold Stunner, and then a big Daly Harris special off the top ropes. So I'll deal with Palace myself. Honestly, going into midfield, for me, look, it's only Højbjerg and Ndombele. It's that simple. I don't even want to discuss the other two because I'm ashamed of them right now, and they've really upset me.
Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, I think we can all agree on that. Højbjerg and Ndombele have to keep their place. Clearly rested on Thursday as well, so it's pretty obvious that they're going to come in.
Yeah, I don't think your dad is going to be. I don't think your dad is going to be happy about Ndombele though.
No. Look, he will be a fan by the end of the season when we lift the Europa League, and he sees him there lifting the trophy. You know what I mean? He's going to be happy. At the end of the day, he just wants success like every single one of us. He's been starved for so long. Sometimes I think he sits there and, he feels like maybe he's let his son down because, he made him support a club where there's no success. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I love Tottenham. I wouldn't change it for the world. And I think success is coming. And we all just have to hang in there like we hear every year from Levy and, Enoch. Just hang in there, guys. Just hang in there. You know what I mean? It's coming. Eventually, we might spend money when the Irish Hotspur has grey hairs, and you know what I mean? Then we might spend the money, just give them that little glimmer of hope. And then when it comes to January, just say, no, close the checkbooks, dash Davies' dreams, we're not signing anybody. That's what tends to usually happen.
Do you know what they'll do? Anyway, instead of signing anyone, they'll give average players contracts. They'll give them contracts. That's what they'll do. Like, do you know what? We're not going to sign him. We're just going to give him a contract. Yeah, because he's great, isn't he? Honestly, Enoch needs to get out of our club. That simple.
Yeah, no, I agree. But anyway, today's not about Enoch. It's about Tottenham Hotspur, the greatest club in the world, with these boys. And I'm delighted to go with the attacking lineup now because I absolutely love these players. On the left-hand side, I'll get to that super chat in a minute from Wayne Bonner. You're a legend. On the left-hand side, Charlie, it's obviously Son. He's the lad. He plays there all the time, every time he's fit. The Korean King, I can't wait for him to step up tomorrow. Hopefully he can recreate his Puskas award-winning goal. That'd be absolutely ideal. What do you guys think? You happy with Son?
Yeah, 100% obvious choice in there. Heung-min Son. Hopefully another goal like he did last year against Burnley in the 5-0 where he just got goal of the season, Puskas award. Yeah, we need another one like that for him tomorrow.
And wait there, we have fresh off the press, newly delivered, fresh out of the plastic, has the fresh smell and everything. It's Marcelo's Sonaldo jersey.
Yep. Sonaldo, man. Easy peasy. Burnley gonna see them. He scores everywhere he goes, man. He scores everywhere he goes against Burnley, whether it's 100%. Home or away. He's Burnley's boogeyman, so easily Sonaldo has to start. Easily. And he got a rest against Wolfsburg. He's got the rest that I wanted, so no excuses 100%.
For him. He should be fit and firing. Charlie?
Yeah, I said for Son, 100%.
Oh, yeah. So then, obviously, in the number 10, I'm going to go... Dele Alli is the centre attacking midfielder for me. Look, I know, in my opinion, I think Lamela offers us... I know, sorry, Will, I know you're not going to be happy, but I have to say it, is that Lamela, with his different range of passing, I think that Dele Alli doesn't have, or else he has in his locker and hasn't shown it, I think can become effective against Burnley if we have a lot more possession than Dele Alli's flicks. But like I said already, Dele Alli has to start. His confidence is high. He done an absolute madness during the week. Overhead, 2 beautiful assists. That ball in for Vinicius was delightful. Harry Kane would absolutely launch himself onto that if that was put in the box for him tomorrow. So for me, it has to be Dele Alli. What about you guys?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Dele, as I said earlier in the stream with him and Bale, which Bale will come on to in a minute, but with Dele, I think, you've got to sort of get some momentum going with him. You have to start him. I think if you drop him, I think that's wrong because you just have to continue trying to build momentum with him. And that's what these types of players need. A player with Dele who has got no confidence over these last few years. After that goal, you just got to try and build momentum. And this is the way to do it, by starting him in the next game. So, I think Dele... Probably harsh on Lamela to miss out considering the form he's in, but I think you got to continue to try and get Dele playing back into form. So I'm going for Dele.
100%. This one's interesting from your point of view, Marcelo, because we done a show where it was Dele in, Dele out. I was actually Dele out, on the basis that if he hasn't produced, and I don't think he would. you were Deli in, but then over the last few weeks you're regretting being Deli in, but now I think you're Deli in again. You know what I mean? This is how mad football can be at times. But what's your stance on Deli?
I don't know if I was ever like completely Deli out. I just always said,
you weren't, to be fair.
Yeah. I was on the fence as well.
I always said if he wants to go, there's no reason to keep him, not playing him. I'm just playing Fortnite. We might as well just sell him and get the money. But if we can turn him around, I always said it, if we can turn him around and, get him to play at a top level, I would love to keep Dele Alli. But if he doesn't want to do it, there's no point of keeping a player that does not want to play for the club. That's what I always say. If that was Kane, if that was Son, it would be the same thing. So I was never Dele out, but I always just said there was no point in that. But with Dele, I think we have to start him. And as far as Lamella on form, man, I don't know what form has Lamella been. He hasn't scored a goal. He hasn't scored an assist.
Scored against Everton. Scored against Everton.
He did score against Everton, but that was one game. I'm just tired of hearing this Lamella. Oh, he's on great form.
He's been better. He's been better than the likes of Bergwijn. Let's just put that right.
Okay, I could be better than Bergwijn. Honestly, let's be real here. If you play me as many games as Bergwijn has, I could probably score a goal at one point. Whether it's a cheeky little tap in or a complete fluke, anybody can score. What Bergwijn has been this season has been absolutely terrible. I've never seen a player drop off like him. I have not seen. So comparing him to Bergwijn isn't really much of a thing there, Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, moving on. Gareth Bale, for me, he's looked confident lately. He looks like he has that smile and that desire back.
Yeah.
Looks like he'd rather be actually on the football pitch rather than putting on the green in golf. Going out there collecting a few birdies. So he looks like he's happy. He's got his mojo back. For me, he actually has an impersonator. We've seen him play for the other team during the week, Wolfsberger, a lad that wants to look exactly like him. For me, Gareth Bale plays. Marcelo.
Yeah, Bale, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Charlie?
No debate there.
Yeah,
for me.
I agree. I think, as I said, Bale, this is probably the best we've seen him so far since he's returned to Tottenham. And yeah, he has to start. We have to try and build momentum with him as well. So yeah, Bale. And for the creativity as well, the same with Dele. We need more creativity in this game to try and open up Burnley. And I think Bale can definitely add to that. So yeah, 100%. Gareth Bale starts.
100%. And then up front, lads, it's the one and only. It's the Don. It's the king of the lane. It's Harry Kane. Let's go. Number 10 on his back. With Kane, it's what I look forward to seeing every time he crosses the white line. He's the Jesus of Tottenham. He's going to score a heap of goals. I love this guy. He's my favourite player. You know what I mean? I wish I was related to him in some sort of way. He's an absolute hero. And for me, he's the only one. Anytime he's fit, he's the only one in contention. He's an absolute god. And I will be checking out his hair tomorrow and giving everyone else my pre-match Harry Kane hair prediction. Yeah. As we know, I always get it spot on. But, who wants to go first after me pumping up Harry Kane like that? Who wants to take the mantle?
Listen, Harry Kane, we know him as, one of our own. He's the king. He's the Hurricane, as we call him. He brings it.
Hurricane Harry.
Yeah, Hurricane Harry, bro. He brings it. He can score anywhere, everywhere, man. These people trying to compare this guy with Aubameyang, bro. Like, the disrespect. Kane is the best striker in the world, and he honestly, I will say this about Kane. You and I were having a talk about it, David. He is like our Steven Gerrard in a lot of ways. He is a guy that not only is loyal, but he goes out there and he turns up every day in for us.
100%.
He always puts 100%. So I when people come in and tell me, oh yeah, maybe we should sell Kane, I don't even, I can't even think about that because, for me, just to think the thought of selling Kane is just this, just for me, it just hurts.
Yeah.
Because the guy doesn't deserve to be sold. He deserves. You know what Kane deserves? He deserves to be lifting a trophy, bro.
He deserves a statue. He deserves a statue.
He deserves a statue.
One of our own.
Hero. He's 100%. One of our own. He's definitely our best academy player that we ever produced. So. Yeah. I love him. I love Kane. Maybe I don't express it as much, but I do really love Kane. I love Kane.
100%. I completely agree. Yeah.
You express it a lot, Marcelo, but no one's ever going to express it the way I do. You know what I mean? Marcelo or Charlie, Charlie, do you want to have a quick say there?
Yeah, as well. It was good to see, same with Son, to see Kane rested in midweek. We didn't have to use him for that one, and he'll be fresh and ready to go for this one. So yeah, 100%. The main man up top, Harry Kane, comes in for this one.
Yeah,
100%. So look, guys, I'm going to give you a quick run through of our predicted 11. It's Hugo in goals. It's the Irish Roberto Carlos, Matt Doherty at right back. We have a partnership of Toby Kenobi and Roden. We have Don Regulon at left back. We have Endon Baller and Pierre-Emile Brickhouse in the centre midfield. Out left, we have Son Aldo. On the right, we have Mr. Wales, Gareth Bale. In the centre attacking midfield, we have the one and only Dele Alli. And up front, we have the God. We have the God of the lane, the king of the lane. It's Harry Kane. So there you guys have it. Let us know whether you agree or not on the team prediction. I think you should agree. I think it's a very good starting lineup. Look, I have a couple more quick things I want to get through. I just have a few super chats I need to get through here quickly as well. Wayne Bonner, what do you think about playing Doherty in on the right attacking role instead of Lucas, Stevie B, and even Bale? Wayne, honestly,
he did that against Liverpool. Remember, he did that against Liverpool, and it just.
Wayne, I love you, but I don't think Doherty would be good enough to play there. That's just my general opinion. I don't think it'd work out. Although, sometimes he abandons his defensive duties. Sometimes, you could say he plays there. But no, look, I don't think it'd work out, to be honest with you. But big up for the super chat, man. You're a gent. I just want to take this comment from Al MM. Hello from Croydon, not London. I think that could be my mother, actually, to be honest with you. Because I said she was a London girl and didn't mention Croydon. She was a bit upset. But she's born and bred Croydon. We a comment from the old lad here. He says Tanganga has to play at right back. If he is not in the centre, he has to play. Ndombele has to stay away. We have Clement Fry, big up Barnett. We have a super chat here from THFC Fan Bible. We should give the club money to buy players. Yeah, no, it's 100%.
Mate, I'll just put this into context. We've put us three have put more money into Tottenham than Joe Lewis has. Just to put that into context, facts, right there.
Yeah, no, 100%. Look, we all know, look, they need to put in the money, and I fully agree with you. You know what I mean? To be fair,
do you know what, David? I'll just get this video up to just sum up what needs to happen with Joe Lewis. It's time to go. Wait, I'll just get this up.
Just give us a couple of seconds. I'll just get through the last of these super chats, and then we'll play it. Will Stewart with the super chat saying Lamella is better than Stevie B. Is like saying Biden has been better than Donald Trump. I agree. Lamella is better than Stevie B. You know what I mean?
But you're not comparing it too much, But I think that was the whole point of his. It's just like saying it's like saying, well, Eric Dyer's better than Sanchez. Well,
it's like clutching at straws. It's clutching at straws, literally.
It's just like, you're comparing, turd next to, turd.
David, put my screen on. Put my screen on the stream.
Yeah, just give us 1 second there, Charlie. Just a couple more one more super chat to get through. Big up, Will Stewart for the super chat. Look, Lamella and Stevie B. Look, for me, I think they've been a waste of money, in my opinion. I don't see Stevie B turning it around, to be honest with you. I really don't. For me, look, he's a confident type of player, and he's out of confidence. And then we have a super chat here from Spandan Samaran.
I love that name.
Oh, so do I, man. It just flows off the tongue very nicely. Ali is riding on emotion and good performance against weak opposition.
Fair enough.
He is. Sure. Sometimes you need to ride that wave and ride it all the way to the shoreline, because you never know what's going to be on the shoreline. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just have to do it. So, why not big himself up for doing it? Like, why not? You know what I mean? But thank you, Spandan, for the comment. I really do appreciate it. Charlie, there you are.
So this applies to Joe Lewis and a number of our players, the likes of Dyer, Sanchez, Davies, Winks, Sissoko, just a few I could name. This is who it applies to.
Oh, we can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear
no.
it.
you not hear it? Oh God!
No,
Wait,
but I seen the clip where he goes like, he has to go, blood. He has to go.
Yeah. Yes. I thought I'd just throw that in there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'll just remove it.
We have Kane is out of this world. He arrives to the stadium in a UFO. Everyone knows. Yeah, you know what I mean? You can't argue with that. I fully agree with that. Great comment there by What's the Story as well. But look, lads, it's time. It's time for the score prediction. And we'll start with you, Charlie, and work our way back.
2-0. I'm going 2-0. I think, look, as I said, it's so important we get to back to winning ways, and it's so important we do it with a good performance as well. Good, quick performance. We have to make sure we're not slow, sluggish, because if we are, then we'll find it difficult to break down Burnley. So we have to move the ball quickly, play with a fast tempo to be able to. And I do believe we've got the quality in the team to unlock the defence of Burnley. It's just as well we have to make sure we keep them out the other end. But yeah, look, I expect a reaction. I expect us to get back to winning ways in this one as well. I think if we can get an early goal, I think it will really do us the world of good, because I really do believe it will go a long way for us to win in this game. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0 Tottenham. I think my goal scorers, I'm going to go for, of course, Son and Kane to get the goals. So, yeah, 2-0 Spurs.
100%. You know, I agree with you. We need to get back to winning ways, but I'd just take the super chat before we pass it on to Marcelo. Kev Williams here with the super chat. Big up, Kev Williams. You're a legend and another general of the Harris Army. He really loves it and really pushes it. Loving the team selection, lads. 3-0 Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, no. Look, for me, it's one of the strongest teams we can go with tomorrow. And yeah, obviously, come on, you Spurs. And 3-0 is not a bad score prediction. But Marcelo, why don't you tell us yours?
I'm hearing these 3-0s, and I was gonna go 3-0, but I always, you know me, David, I always like one-upping. I'm gonna go. We beat them 5-0 last season at home, right?
We got an early goal. That's what happens when you can get an early goal against Burnley, because it forces them to open up.
You know what? I'm gonna do one up what we did last season. 6-0.
Oh, God.
Tottenham 6. Burnley 0. So Ronaldo with a double. Harry Kane, he's back again. And then you're going to see Bale and Dele Alli doing it all over again. 6-0. It's going to be a brilliant game.
6-0.
Yeah, no, look, I wouldn't write it off, Anything can happen. I really wouldn't
if
write
we
it
get an
off.
early goal, you never know.
For me, I agree with Kev Williams. My score prediction would be 3-0. I do think I see a clean sheet coming. Genuinely, I do, and I think this is going to be the turning point of such a glorious period. I do think a lot of people will be eating their words on Mourinho come the end of the season, in my opinion.
Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing? I immediately saw one of the comments. It was Tot 943 killed me. Marcelo's been drinking.
I saw Tot TOTTT.
Oh man, what a legend! Oh, what a legend! He immediately said that when I said 6-0. That was legendary, man. I loved it.
And Wayne absolutely loves it as well. When he's super chat, he says, "Go on, Marcelo." You know what I mean? He absolutely loves the confidence. No, but you know what? We've every right to be confident. We have every right to be confident. Huh?
This is fucking Burnley, man. You know what I mean? We can smash these guys 4-0, 3-0, 6-0. We can definitely do that to them. We can definitely do that to them.
No, 100%. These tend to be our whipping boys anytime we play them. For me, I really do want to do in Burnley. Their football is, basically it's an advert for anti-football. You know what I mean? They have the Ginger Mourinho in charge, Ginger Homer Simpson. And for me, I really want to beat them. I do think, we need to go into this game confident. Why can't we beat them? I genuinely think we will. I think we're going to play them off the park tomorrow. I'm going to think you're going to see a very, very good performance. The old lad reckons Bale with a hat-trick came at 4-0 all day long. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of optimism here today. A lot of optimism. We have Glenn Fry. Marcelo watches too much TV. Marcelo time zone must be very, very late. No, Marcelo, what time are you there?
Yeah, it's about 4 o'clock. Yeah, so it's not too late for a booze, Never
too late, lad. Never too late. You know what I mean? But honestly, What if Mourinho loses tomorrow? Going to be rough. Yeah, look, it's going to be
I don't
rough.
even want to think about it.
Oh,
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah. Look, let's not think about it. But honestly, guys, look, I think we'll wrap it up there. You know what I mean? Thanks very much to Marcelo. Thanks very much to Charlie for giving up their time. You know what I mean? So look, guys, there you have it. There's a preview for Tottenham v Burnley. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you smash that subscribe. You know, a big thank you to the Harris Army and anyone else for tuning in. I also want to say memberships. I've seen a lot of comments about memberships. They will be out next week, so make sure you stay tuned for them. Like I said, I'm looking to take this channel to the next level. If any of you guys out there know any sponsors or anyone out there that is in a position to sponsor, get in contact with me on Twitter at the Irish Y. You know, I'd absolutely love your help. And as well, you know, if you have any suggestions for membership perks, make sure you let me know at the Irish Way as well. And we have another super chat here from Wayne Bonner. Marcelo, who's to score the 6?
So I said, so Naldo with the double, Kane, Bale, and then Dele. You know what? I'm gonna be a little bit cheeky. I'm gonna throw in Reguilon. Reguilon with the goal. Yeah. We're gonna pepper them in, bro. We're gonna pepper them. I'm telling you. But yeah, and I think Harry Kane hat trick assist. How about that? Just to top that off.
I'll certainly take it. You know what I mean? I won't
caveat there.
I won't turn my nose up at it. But you know what I mean? Honestly, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for the guys giving up their time. Like I said, you know, make sure you get over to my Twitter at the Irish White. Let me know what perks you'd like for your memberships. Also, like I said, any sponsors out there, make sure you get in contact. I quite gladly, take a sponsorship if anyone's in the position out there to sponsor. As well, you know, big up Kieran coming on board to help me with all the new graphics and everything else. They just make this page more professional. Like I said, it couldn't be done without you guys. Big up the Harris Army. Big up Marcelo. Big up Charlie. In Jose we trust.
In Jose we trust. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.